cover two topics, both of those. The official principle, again, is minimize campfire impact, but we're going to give you some fire safety tips as well to help you be more careful with fire, and we're going to talk a little bit about using camp stoves when you can't have a fire. We also have a guest today. We wanted to find out the best way to minimize fire risk in Tullahoma, so we went to the experts at Fire Hall 1. Okay, we can turn it off now.
My name is Richard Steiner. I'm the Deputy Fire Marshal for the City of Tullahoma in Tennessee. Been in the fire service now for going on 45 years. And one of the questions posed to me today was about campfires and campfire safety. So just in general, if you're out and about and you intend to have a campfire, one of the most important things is wind, speeds, and conditions, and your fuel type. Obviously, if it's very windy, you don't want to start a fire because the flying brands can go downwind and create all kinds of trouble and problems for the firefighters and other campers out there. So you want to be real careful with that. Your fuel type should always be clean, hardwoods, charcoals, things like that you bring with you. You want to avoid using softwoods that can pop a lot and put off a lot of flying brands and things like that. You want to keep your campfires relatively small. Make sure you border them, you have a place for them. Have quenching water with you just in case somebody should accidentally get popped and burned. You have something to put something on that real quick, and when you're done with the campfire you want to quench it out. You want to make sure it's thoroughly extinguished before you leave, and of course clean up after yourselves. One of the things you can always do is call the City of Tullahoma Fire Department, and we can assist you with that. We keep NOAA weather on our sites. That's what we use to determine whether a person can open burn in Tullahoma for that particular day. So we can give you the wind speeds and wind direction. We don't issue burn permits when the winds hit 11 miles an hour and up. So everything is different. It could be a little bit windier here, but where you're at may be a little bit less windy. So really, as an adults and whatnot, you need to gauge the wind speeds for yourself. If you don't think it's safe, it probably isn't.
Now let's try a game. I'm going to ask you 10 questions, and I want you to choose the best answer for each one. Let's see how you do. Let's find out how much you already know about a Leave No Trace campfire by answering the following questions. Even if you don't get the right answer, this is just to learn, so follow along with us. Here we go. Question 1. The best surface to place a fire pan on is rocks, sand, inorganic soils, or any of the above. The correct answer is D. Any of those are good places. Question 2. A campfire can be constructed when wind and weather are a problem, against a large rock, above the tree line, or none of the above. The correct answer is D. None of these are great ideas to have a fire in. Question 3. Which of the following should you not have ready before starting a fire? A trowel or shovel, water, supply of dry wood in proper length, wood gathered from a wide area. The correct answer is C. Question 4. Which of the following would have the most impact on wildlife? Burning food or trash, using existing fire rings, using downed or dry wood, or singing around the campfire? Depending on your singing voice, that one could be harmful, but the correct answer is A. Question 5. Which campfire has the most impact, and what about the least? A mound fire, fire pan, candle, or existing fire ring? The most would be D, existing fire ring. The least would be C, a candle fire. Question 6. For a fire pan, the sides of the pan need to be what? Sloping outward, at least 3 inches high, sloping inward, or none of the above? The correct answer is B, at least 3 inches high. Question 7. To build a mound fire, which is not needed? Rocks, trowel or shovel, mineral soil or sand, ground cloth or a plastic bag? The correct answer is A. Rocks are not necessary for a mound fire. Question 8. Mineral soil is what? Rich in organic material, full of minerals, sand or dirt containing little to no organic matter, or easily damaged by heat? The correct answer is C. Question 9. To properly build a fire on sand or gravel, you must what? Scoop out a shallow pit, line it with sand and gravel, leave charcoal for the next flood to wash away, situate your fire well below the high water line, or both A and C. The correct answer is D, both A and C. The last question is, which of the following is the best source of firewood? Small pieces of dead and downed wood, standing dead trees, branches broken off a dead tree, or fallen trees? The correct answer is A. Only dead and downed wood should be used. Well, how did you do on the questions? Hopefully you did pretty well. Now we're going to go through each instance and explain the answers to each one. The use of campfires, once a necessity for cooking in warmth, is steeped in history and tradition. Some people would not think of camping without a campfire. Campfire building is also an important skill for every camper. Yet the natural appearance of many areas has been degraded from overuse of fires and an increased demand for firewood. The development of efficient, lightweight camp stoves have encouraged a shift away from traditional fires. Stoves have become an essential equipment piece for minimum impact camping. They're fast, flexible, efficient, reliable, clean burning, and they eliminate the need for firewood. Stoves operate in almost any weather condition, and the best part is, they leave no trace. If building a fire cannot be avoided, camp in areas where wood is abundant. Choose not to have a fire in areas where there is little wood to use, at higher elevations, in heavily used areas, or in desert settings. A true leave-no-trace fire shows no evidence of its use. Use dead and downed wood, which burns easily and is easy to collect. The best place to build a fire is within an existing fire ring in a well-placed campsite. Keep fire small and burning only for the time that you're using it. Allow wood to burn completely to ash, putting out fires with water, not dirt. Avoid building fires next to rock outcrop where the black scars could remain for many years. The most important consideration to be made when deciding to use a fire is the potential damage it could cause. What is the fire danger for the time of year and the location that you're at? Are there restrictions from the land managing agency on fires? Is there sufficient wood in the area so its removal will not be noticeable? And do the group members in your party possess the skill to build a campfire that will leave no trace? These are things to consider before you make a fire. Another alternative is to make a mound fire or use a fire pan. Construction of a mound fire can be accomplished by using simple tools: a regular garden trowel, a large stuff sack, and a ground cloth or a plastic bag. To build it, you just collect the correct type of soil, pile it in such a way that it's 6 inches above the ground and has plenty of room for the fire coals to spread. The advantage of a mound fire is that it can be built on a flat exposed rock or on an organic surface such as litter, duff, or grass. The use of a fire pan is another good alternative for fire building. Metal oil drain pans and some backyard barbecue grills make effective and inexpensive fire pans. The pan should have at least a 3-inch high side. Elevate the pans on rocks or line it with mineral soil so that the heat will not scorch the ground. Keep these safety precautions in mind when you're handling fire. When using fires or stoves, follow all procedures for supervision of young people. Follow all manufacturers' product and safety labels, only use approved fuel containers, and build fires well away from tents or tarps. Never leave a fire unattended, and keep wood and other fuel sources away from the fire. And in the end, make sure you thoroughly extinguish fires and spread the coals and ashes after they are out cold. The ability to make fire has been enjoyed by humans since the dawn of time, but it's still our duty to use it wisely. So be safe and minimize your fire impacts. We hope you've enjoyed this video and that it encourages you to make smarter decisions about having a campfire. Build fires only in places where the land won't be scarred from the fire itself or the collection of fuel for it. That's all the time we have for our episode today. Enjoy the outdoors, and we'll see you next time when we talk about principle number 6. Have a good day.